congregation, right? Whatever that means. Anyway, welcome everyone. Yay, it's Advent. It's great to be with all of you here. And so excited that we have our choir. Yay. Yeah, and look, we have this, a drum. This is new. And of course, we have our wonderful guy. Yay. So good to be with you all on this third Sunday of Advent. This is the Sunday where we honor and celebrate love. And just to say to all of you who are here and those who are with us on Zoom, wherever you are on your spiritual journey, we're so grateful that you're here with us at Unity of Santa Rosa this morning. We know that you're going to be blessed by your experience, so just hold that for yourself. Yes. So let's begin by offering a blessing to children. And so this is a time for little ones, big ones, the little one in your heart. Take a moment and just feel into your heart for those children in your family, those in your neighborhood, family and friends, and then all children everywhere. As we take this opportunity to rub our hands together and just feel the energy. We all carry such a beautiful energy, and we could put that energy out as we put our hands out and speak our children's blessing. We bless you, we appreciate you, and we love you just the way you are. So I'm going to invite our wonderful Julia to come up. This is Advent, so we have an opportunity to really celebrate three different kind of aspects of the birthing process as the divine is born in each one of us. So that first Sunday we were celebrating faith. So I'm going to invite you to light one of the purple guys. She is adept at this. There, yes. So we talked about the faith of the feminine, looking at Mary and Elizabeth. And last Sunday we celebrated peace, and Reverend Barbara was here speaking about peace. So we light the candle for peace. And this Sunday we're celebrating the presence of love, the wisdom of love. So thank you so much. Thanks, Julia. My mother always made me tip the candles. So you did it. So you wouldn't fail at burning. So now we also light 3 candles here every Sunday. And the first one we light is for those who've come before us. So just feel into your own life, the people who really inspired you on your spiritual journey. Maybe it was someone in your family. I keep hearing stories of people who say, oh, my grandmother had the daily word, but maybe it was a book you read, your grandmother had the daily word. There you go. Anyway, so offering gratitude for those who came before you, who just lit a spark within you for your divine journey in this lifetime. And our second candle we light for everyone who's here. So this side, look over at this side, see all these people, and check out all the people who are here. Up on our Zoom, you can see the camera up there by the clock. We welcome you to our service, Zoomers. We're so glad you're able to be with us today. And finally, we light a candle for those who have yet to find us or find their own spiritual journey and spiritual path. And we hope during this time of this holy season, when there's a lot of darkness in the world and a lot of fog around, that people do find the light, knowing that you each have a light inside you. So we feel the blessing of that, the light that lights us all up. Now I'm going to invite wonderful, wonderful Jeanette to come up and lead us with our first song. Do you want us to stand?
Yeah. Yeah. You can take it off the stand. You can hold it.
I didn't want to stand in front of that.
Ready? Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their glory. strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Shepherds, why this jubilee? Why your glorious son reigns prolonged? Say what may the tidings be, which inspire your heavenly song. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Come to Bethlehem and see him whose birth the angels sing. Come adore on bended knee, Christ the Lord, the newborn King. Gloria in excelsis Gloria in excelsis Deo. Great. Very good.
Nice harmony.
Good morning. My name is Nancy Kaplan, and I'll be your worship assistant today. Unity is often referred to as the Church of the Daily Word, and the Daily Word is available online at unity.org or in print. If you're new to the Daily Word, we invite you to pick up a copy in the social hall on the table. Unity of Santa Rosa is guided by our mission and vision statements. Let's say them together. First, our vision statement. Centered in God, we create a world of love, harmony, and abundance for all. Now our mission statement. Knowing God, teaching truth, inspiring dreams, transforming lives. Now I invite our board members to stand. Oh, there's one. and me and Marilyn. Okay. We have announcements? Any announcements today? Oh, I guess.
The burning ball, the end of the month. That's all.
What's that?
The burning bowl.
Oh, yes, we're going to have the burning bowl for the December 29th service. Let go of the old and step into 2025 with powerful intentions. Unity is guided by our 5 basic principles, and each week we review those principles. I invite you to share these together. Number 1, there is only God. There is one presence and one power, God the good omnipotence. Number 2, since God is everywhere present, that means that God is within us. We cannot be separate from God. Number 3, knowing God is present within us means that we are more powerful than we imagine, and we create our perception of the world through our thoughts, which lead to our actions. Number 4, prayer and meditation are how we allow the presence of God to guide us and keep our thoughts and actions loving and compassionate. Number 5, our 5th principle leads us to living from a sacred place. Practicing our 4th principle, I invite our chaplain, Carmen, to bring up our prayer box and light our unity candle to remind us that God the Good is our source in all things and that divine light and love live within us always. And now Carmen will lead us in prayer.
Good morning. You all look so cheery. I love it. Ho, ho, ho. Okay, so this is our prayer time. So we'll all become quiet as we settle in our chairs. If you like, close your eyes. It's up to you. My voice is a little creaky today, so I'm glad they have the volume up here. We consciously turn inward and quietly releasing all and allow ourselves to be calm. Opening and aligning with the one power and the one presence. This presence we feel the deep love filling us with comforting, peaceful compassion. The compassion that goes out into the world, that fills us up, that enlightens us, spreading this to our whole community. We express this compassion by first loving ourselves. This compassion grows and expands to acts of kindness and thoughts of kindness to our Unity Church, to our neighbors, to our town, to our country, and our state, and the whole world. Love is our divine nature. So beautiful, so expressive, so deep, and so fulfilling. We receive the divine love that freely expresses itself. We are loved beyond measure. As we choose love in each moment, right here, right now, we give deep gratitude for all that is flowing and flows through us constantly. It is in, it is around, and it is through us. And we thank you, God, in deep gratitude for this divine presence, for this love, for this light, for this peace, and this power. Above all, clothe yourself in love, which binds everything together in perfect harmony. And so it is. Amen.
I'd like to pray with Carmen. She'll be over here after the service. You may also request prayer support by filling out a prayer request form found on the table by the entry door. Just place that request in our prayer box. We will hold these requests in prayer and we'll forward them on to Silent Unity for an additional 30 days. Do you have music now? I'm not sure.
Okay, I hope my tickle stays away. So this is sort of impromptu, so we're going to do Deck the Hall. And so let's everybody stand up and help me remember the words. And the choir will help you. They'll turn around and I hope they remember the words. And so, well, let's just do the best we can. So here we go. At deck the windows of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Trow we get our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Keel to ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us, fa la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, fa la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, fa la 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 la. While I tell of Yuletide treasure, fa la 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 la. Very good, everybody.
That was good.
So beautiful to be sharing today with you. No, I think we need to be reminded every year, because Christmas comes every year, doesn't it? I mean, it's here. It's kind of like your birthday. Every year we get the birthday, and so this is a birthday, and we could say it's celebrating the birthday of Jesus, who was born in a manger to Mary and Joseph. Or we could also say, because we're metaphysicians and unitics, this is a time when we get reminded about what is being born in us, something that's being born in us. And it's not like it's only born in December, right? So I love the Christmas story, and those of you who were here a couple weeks ago, I talked about the divine feminine and the qualities that Mary and her cousin Elizabeth hold of faith, the quality of faith, which is about a lot of holding space, trusting and knowing that something is coming even when you can't physically see that it's there. So this Sunday, the focus is on the theme of love. And I thought it would be interesting because we talked a couple weeks ago about the divine feminine, and I was looking in the Bible stories that some of my faves in this time of year, the story of Herod and the wise men. Not to put the shepherds, put aside the shepherds, because they were very important as well. But what I realized was we're looking at a different aspect of that spiritual birth within us, as opposed to the divine feminine, which can be all about the space of holding. And we're talking about three wise men, although you all know that joke about if the wise men had been women, they would have asked for directions, arrived on time, helped deliver the baby, cleaned the stable, make a casserole, brought practical gifts, and there would be peace on earth. That's anyway. I couldn't resist. That's just such a great little joke. But there are plenty of men who make casseroles, right? And we lost one of them when Philip went to Tulsa. So, but I think it's important because it's easy for us sometimes on our spiritual journey, especially when we're in this field of moving into higher consciousness, which is the Christ consciousness we're talking about, is becoming aware of those qualities of being that are in all of us. And Charles and Myrtle Fillmore would call those qualities our 12 powers. Those would be the qualities. If we could all magically all the time carry faith and imagination, will and understanding, love and wisdom, the power of strength, the power of divine order, and the power of life and renunciation, have it kind of with us all the time in our backpack so that when we needed to have spiritual understanding, it would be right there, we would be totally realized, right? We would be like the Hindu tradition of being fully enlightened. This is not just a Christian kind of tradition. We have to always understand that. This is tradition in all spiritual cultures, that there's this experience of being in a higher consciousness that we call in unity Christ consciousness. So what I was looking at was that there's an aspect of it where there's a holding, where we're sitting, we're being peaceful, but there's also an action involved, isn't there? We take action in the world. And it seems like the shepherds, they were biding, what were they doing? They were watching over their flocks by night. Metaphysically, does anybody remember what sheep represent? What are we watching over? We're watching our thoughts. We're watching our thoughts. And I love this idea because we're here, it's a dark time. I'll tell you, I drove from Marin today. It was kind of scary because it was so foggy. You couldn't even see the tall redwood trees on Redwood Highway. It was just like, follow this, and when there's no car in front of you, you're not really following anything. But there's a sense of darkness out even because our time changed. There's also culturally a sense of darkness. Don't you kind of feel it? I mean, there's stuff happening in our lives. And so this time, it not only is it something that is happening in the outer for us, but it's also something that's going on in our inner world. And this is where, as shepherds, abiding in the fields at night, we need to watch, we need to be mindful of our thoughts. That's part of what's going on. Well, then what happened with the shepherds? The angel came. Who's the angel? It might have been Gabriel. They didn't say in that one it was Gabriel. Gabriel came later, but Gabriel is our messenger. It's whenever we get a message. We all have our inner Gabriel, don't we? We have that quality of inner knowing that something is happening, that we need to pick ourselves up and take some action in the world, right? So the shepherds were there, and I think they represent this love in action in a way, of sort of an innocence of being able to follow the star because there was a star. But then we get the wise men, the 3 wise men. And I love this story, and so I'd like to read it to you because it's always nice to hear the Bible story from the Bible instead of me retelling it to you. So, now when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east, saying, "Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east and are come to worship him." When Herod the king heard these things, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes and the people, he demanded of them where Christ should be born. And they said unto him, "In Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it was written by the prophet." Then Herod, when he had called the wise men, inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared. And he sent them to Bethlehem and said, "Go and search diligently for the young child. And when you found him, bring me word again, that I may come and worship him also." When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them, till it came and stood over where the young child was. And when they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. And when they came into the house, they saw the young child with Mary, his mother, and fell down and they worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh. And being warned of God in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed to their own country by a different way. When they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, "Arise and take the child and his mother and flee to Egypt and be there until I tell you. For Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. Well, the rest of the story goes on that Herod was very angry that he did not know exactly where the child was born, and so he sent word to kill all children under 2 years of age. Luckily, Joseph had followed the dream and taken the baby to Egypt, and it wasn't until after Herod died that Joseph, in another dream, got the news that he should bring Jesus back into the country. So this is such a powerful story for us to be aware of. And I think one of my favorite characters is Herod. Because when we're looking metaphysically at these stories, we're looking at each character represents parts of us. And don't we all have Herod? Herod was a control freak, first of all. I don't know if any of you are like that. Maybe you don't think of yourself as a king or a queen, but in your realm, you might hold that position. And when he heard that the king of the Jews was going to be born, what do you think came up in his mind? He was extremely jealous. You know, jealous is different than envy. Jealous is when you think somebody else has what's yours. Envy is when you want what somebody else has. He was like, oh, this guy, they think he's going to be king? So he was not a very nice fellow. But look at this in your own life. When something new is coming, you know, when you get an inspiration or you hear, oh, you should do this, oh, what about that, that seems a little bit far-fetched, definitely out of your control, what do you want to do? You want to kill the baby, right? It's like the doubt comes in. We can call it fear. We can call it whatever, frustration, doubt, fear. But we want to get rid of whatever that is because we don't think we're ready. We don't think we're ready to have that emerge in us, that birth, that whatever is being born in us. And it's really important that not only do we have Herod, but we've got the 3 wise men. They're also a part of who we are. And the 3 wise men, they talk about the wise men being the magi, like astronomers perhaps, or magicians. They were definitely ones who could tap into the mystical, because where was the star? The star was in the east. And metaphysically, the east represents the inner world of who we are. It's the inner world. So these men, these beings, because we're not talking about men in physical bodies, but we're talking about that quality within us that understands the wisdom of love, that has the wisdom of love to know something very precious is coming. Something very powerful is coming in us. And having the inner wisdom to follow that insight that we get to wherever it takes us. And then once we get there, to give our gifts of gold and myrrh and frankincense. Well, just technically, I've always been curious about the gold and the myrrh and the frankincense, you know, like what is this? You know, it's not. So gold, basically the idea is gold is very, very precious and pure. So there's quality of purity, this quality of like the fullness of the divine nature of who we are, that we could give that gift out of love in this birthing process. The second thing is an interesting, both frankincense and myrrh were like resin that came out of trees. They were like a sap. And frankincense was often used in beauty products. So metaphysically, they talk about the gift of beauty was part of what they gave. And myrrh was part of the resin they used for embalming bodies. So it was about the whole experience of eternal life that they believed in. So really powerful gifts of love that the wisdom of these 3 wise men gave. So that's the story, and it's connected to all of us. And I just want to share, you know, if we look at our lives metaphysically, things happen for a reason, don't they? And if we have our eyes open, we can begin to connect the dots. So I had an interesting experience. Well, I want to say it started on Friday, and Meg was there, Meg and Star. I was looking at the Secret Santas. You know, we have the Secret Santas out there. And I was looking at the cards for the Secret Santas, and I found these cards for two people. One was a man who was 83, and the other was a woman who was 81. And the man wanted size large brown slippers and a flashlight. And the woman wanted size medium pink slippers and a warm blanket. And I literally, I almost wept. I was like, this is it, like gifts. Talk about gifts. A flashlight, slippers, and a blanket. This is, yeah. So I went to Ross because I knew they'd have a lot of slippers, and looking for pink slippers, finding lots of large. I found the pink slippers. I found the men's slippers. I found a really nice warm blanket, and it wasn't until about 4:45 I realized I don't have the flashlight. So I went to Ace to get the flashlight. Well, Ace, I don't know if anybody goes to Ace Hardware. They had like 25 flashlights. You know, the one that floats, and I thought, I don't think this guy needs one that floats. You know, but he wanted batteries, so I ended up getting him one, you know, medium price. They had like the $28 one and the $9 one, and you know, I got him flashlight, wrapped everything up, and I thought, this is like, wow, what if these are the gifts that we give people? You know, we give them something that they can feel safe in, they can feel protected and warm, you know? We give them something they can step out, they can go out and pick up the newspaper, they can go outside, or they can, and a flashlight in this dark time. We all need this. Well, if this were the story, I could probably go on about these three gifts and talk about how you might, you know, be from a place of love. You could give these gifts. We could give these gifts without going to Ross or Ace. You know, we could give people a gift of comfort, can't we? We can give people the light that we are, and we can see the light in them, which was one of the gifts our Elizabeth last week had. She could see the light in Mary. We can also give people the gift of being able to step out, you know, step out and take the next step. Give them an atta-girl, an atta-boy. Well, so that would be the end of my talk, but it's not. Because yesterday was my daughter's graduation. My daughter is 42, and it started when she was 18, right? And then she had a long lapse of not going to school, but the last 3.5 years, she's been working full-time and going to school. And she got her degree in leadership and management, which I think wouldn't have even been possible, you know, in 2003 or 4. So we were there, and we got there early. We got there at 9 so we could get a good seat, and the place is called Angelica Hall. So we're in Angelica Hall, and the graduation was supposed to start at 10 o'clock, and all the parents and everybody's there with flowers and leis and the whole thing. And it's a beautiful place, and all of a sudden we're there. It was probably about 25 after 9. The lights all went out. Well, the graduates are not there yet because they're going to process in and all, so the lights go out. Well, happens to be one of the people in our posse is connected to PG&E. He got up immediately and made a call. We sat there for a little while. Somebody came out, and there's no microphone. So this guy in a big fancy hat with his robes and everything, he's talking to everyone. We'll just be a few minutes. We need, you know, hang in there. We'll figure out what's going on. About 10 minutes later, he comes out. All of San Rafael is out. It looks like we're not going to have any power. So we've decided, if you're okay, if you'll just take your phone out, we'll just use the flashlights on our phones, and we'll have the ceremony. And everybody's like, woo, you know, they're hooting and hollering. And so people are trying to get their flashlight. Well, one of the people in our row had a phone, it was an iPhone, that he had had for maybe 6 or 7 years. But he didn't know how to turn the flashlight on. So, you kind of need to know how to turn the flashlight on. So I'm just going to say, everyone here, please figure out how to turn your flashlight on. So we found a younger person who was able to help turn the flashlight on. So, you just, it's just somebody who was, yeah. So we're in the row, and all of a sudden they announced, would you please hum Pomp and Circumstance? Because there's no sound, they couldn't sing it. So we're all humming, da, 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 right? And holding up our flashlights, and all the graduates come in. And my daughter was the second one in the line on the side that we were on. So her friend got her video in the dark, and she's like waving, and the flashlights are waving. And anyway, we finally, everybody started sitting down, and the lights went on. The lights came on. I mean, it was like perfect, and we turned to our friend. Yeah, thank you for the connection there. So what was really weird, flashlights. Flashlights. I mean, the whole idea of the light, and the light within, the starlight within, the light that we need, that we all have. I mean, think about a flashlight. The flashlight, you're holding the flashlight. Where's the light coming from? It's not coming from out there, right? It's coming from you. You're walking around going with your slippers, in your blanket, and this is it. The inner light is in all of us. It's super powerful. Well, that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you today, except when I was driving in the fog, I got up through, it was past Petaluma, and there was a great big billboard, and it said, "We love you, PG&E." I'm like, really? Anyway, blessings for everyone for the holiday. I'm not going to be here next week because Janice is here. She's been traveling, but I'll be here on for the Burning Bowl with Karen and Sahar, and we'll have a powerful experience. And you might just find between now and then that you get a letter that reminds you of your Burning Bowl from last year. So be on the lookout for something in the mail. In the meantime, have a wonderful, wonderful, love-filled Christmas, and think about the gifts that you, within your heart, the wisdom of love is in each one of us. What is it that we can give without going to the store to our friends and family? So, blessings. We're going to turn the lights out. We're going to have a meditation. Don't you want a meditation? Thanks, Guy. Yeah, right. Beautiful. Thanks. So I invite you to take a nice deep and a conscious breath. Relaxing into this time, this space, this holy space we've created here, moving into a deeper place within. And as you relax, feeling the presence of your divine, the presence of God in your heart, the inner light, that inner guidance that you can trust and know. As you connect in with the wisdom of love, the wisdom of the inner light, you could ask the presence of your divine, what is it that is wanting to be born in me during this holy season? Maybe you already feel something is coming. It could be a clearing up and a healing in a relationship, a sense of forgiveness that wasn't there before. It could be a physical healing in the body, or perhaps some new idea that is being born in you, of something that you want to create. You need to take steps in the world, just one step at a time. But ask the divine, what is it that wants to be born in me? Perhaps it's an awareness of a higher consciousness, one of those 12 powers that you want to really hang on to and cultivate and practice this coming year. Maybe one of those words come to you. And as you tune in to the divine presence in the stillness, check in and see how you are allowing the divine guidance to show up in your life. Are you looking for those synchronicities, feeling a deep sense of gratitude for all that is available to you and moving through you in this holy, holy time? Gratitude for friends and family and for the gift of giving, for the generosity of spirit that is the divine nature of love. Perhaps you could set an intention for the rest of this month just to allow yourself to be more open and allow the inspiration and intuition, the stars that shine for you, the little voices that come, the images that keep repeating. Allow yourself to be informed by these gifts from the divine. And offer up a deep sense of love and gratitude, trusting and knowing the presence never leaves you, holds and cares for you, supports you as you hold out your flashlight from a place of safety, comfort, security, and have a willingness to put on your slippers and take that next step, whatever that might be. Through the wisdom and the power of love, we offer up our gratitude, our blessings. And we say, thank you, God. And so it is, so gently bringing awareness back into the body, feeling your toes and fingers, and bring a little smile to your face and gently open your eyes. Wow, so good.
Thank
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Now we have the glorious opportunity to show our faith in Source God's Spirit as we joyously give our financial gifts to do the work that this community is called to do and to cover our expenses. We open our hearts and hands to demonstrate the abundance of Spirit. We know as we give, we also receive. We cannot outgive God. This is our walk of faith. Let us hold our offering in our hand and bless it with our love. Together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am grateful.
We all know this song. It was the very first Christmas song anybody ever taught us. And we're going to do it all together. Jingle bells, jingle bells,
Jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow, one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. One horse no ring, making spirits rise. What fun it is to ride and sing and play something bright. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride one horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride one horse open sleigh.
Lord, I take a ride.
I take a ride,
Through this very
this very ride,
singing by the horse. The horse misfortune. Got into a drifting. See all
jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Let's do a final blessing on our love offering. We've got bells. Yeah. So we give thanks for our choir, for the beautiful feeling we feel when we reconnect with these songs of our childhood. And we give thanks, Father, Mother, God, for this, your love offering. It's been created for our use before the world began. And now it enters this, your ministry, with your divine blessing upon it. And according to your perfect law, it returns to each giver, and it's heaped up and pressed down, shaken together, and it's overflowing. And for our increased understanding of this law, we do give thanks. We give thanks for this community, and so it is. Thank you, God. Choir, we're going to have you back. I can't wait. You guys are great.
All right.
You guys ready?
All right, we have a little surprise for you. This is our Christmas present to you from our choir. And this is a Christmas present that also goes, we hope it goes much farther than in this room. And we hope these blessings circulate our world. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. We want to wish you a Merry Christmas. We want to wish you a Merry Christmas. We want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of our hearts. We want to wish you a Merry Christmas. We want to wish you a Merry Christmas. We want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of our hearts. Woo! It's Navidad. Sing with us. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of our heart. Want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of our heart. Yeah. A Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Oh yeah. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. La, la, la. Merry Christmas.
It was wonderful. So many good voices all together. Okay. This is our time of gratitude. We thank everyone who gave their time and talent today. The choir. Guy. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah. Our ushers today, Elaine and Ken. Thank you. The Videotech, Liz Klein and Marilyn Russell back there in the sound booth. Thank you to Elizabeth Gold on Zoom, the greeter. Thank you. Oh, Charlie, we thank him, although he's not here. He's been ill, but let's give him a hand anyway. Yeah. And hospitality, all who share with us today, and our board of trustees, Jane, Marilyn, Liz, Nancy, and Sue. And thank you so much to our Reverend Patricia. Is that it? I hope I didn't leave anyone out. Oh, thank you. Okay, this is our time to get up and face and maybe make a circle. And we will be saying our prayer for protection, and Reverend Patricia will give our benediction, and we'll sing our peace song. group.
All right. Everybody, all together. God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
And may you follow that star wherever it leads you in this holiday season, feeling the grace and love of peace, of wisdom, of joy, and faith as an inner guide to your outer world. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and so it is.
Well, hi there, Naomi and Karen.
Very nice, Tom.
Good to see you.
Wasn't that a beautiful service? That was beautiful.
It was, it really was lovely. Just those messages of, uplifting. And there's Reverend Patricia. Hi. Uplifting.